Taylor, and this is my 5th year here. Like you said, I'm a senior tight end. And we have high expectations for this year. I know everybody's excited about this year. I'm excited. We're just ready to get it started. I hope to see everybody out there this weekend supporting us.
I'm Clifton Odom, senior cornerback from Arlington, Texas, and this is by far the best team that I've been a part of since I've been here. This program's grown a lot, and I'm just excited to see what we're going to do this season starting off tomorrow, Saturday night.
Coach McLeod, I work with the secondary. I'm entering my 15th year of coaching, and we're all, like everybody else, we're all excited to get going and finally get a chance to hit somebody in a different colored jersey.
All right, now what we're going to do each week here in Chalk Talk, each week before a home football game, Thursdays at 12:30 here in the sub, we're going to be here just like this. We're going to have different players and different coaches, and it's going to be, like we said, it's your chance to hear from the players and coaches. We're going to have a little Q&A session now. I'll get things started, but fans, if you have a question for any of the guys up here, just stand up, and as we get going, we'll call on you and let you ask your question to the players. And Coach McLeod, I'll start off with you here to get things rolling. You've seen spring practice, you've seen the summer, the two-a-days, getting things ready. How do you see this team as being prepared for the season, maybe even in comparison to prior years? You've talked about the talent and the good recruiting class you have coming in.
Starting off with the talent, we're a lot further ahead talent-wise, more speed, bigger, stronger. So we're further ahead that way. We'll find out a lot game day, just how well we're gelling overall as a unit. We feel like as a coaching staff, it's our most athletic group that we'll be able to put on the field. Now it's coming down to executing and just playing hard.
Now, either Brad or Clifton, I'll let you answer this. A lot of anticipation for this season. What was the mood like last year when you saw so many players getting injured, but how do you feel like you came back stronger as a unit because of that?
We realized last year, a lot of guys who hadn't been in a position of playing a lot had to step up, and this offseason we worked so hard, and we've seen, guys like Griff and other guys who've been injured and coming back from injury work so hard to get back right, and they're bigger, stronger, faster, and so that's why we're so excited. So, like I said, excited about this season. We've seen everyone work hard, and this is by far the most athletic and bigger, stronger, faster team we've played on the field.
Well, we've got you here, Clifton. I'll ask you about the defense. We lost some good players to graduation, Joe Pavelic, Jason Lamb, Jordan Lake, guys like that. But you've got a lot of depth, more depth than the team has had in the past. What do you kind of see from the defense this year? Are there maybe any players who might step up and surprise people?
We have players in all levels, from the D lines, linebackers, secondary. This is secondary-wise, this is the deepest secondary that I've been a part of since I've been here, and everyone's so athletic. Everyone brings their own strengths to the table, and just as a whole, we just have a whole different type of swag out there that we've never had before, and this defense is going to do good things this year.
Now, Brad, I'm going to ask you a similar question here about the offense, if you want to grab the microphone. And again, fans, if you have a question for the guys, stand on up. We'll look for you, and you can ask the guys. But, Brad, I'll ask you, what do you expect to see from the offense this year?
I expect to see a lot of good
Get a little bit closer, if you would. There we go.
I expect to see a lot of good things. We have a lot of talent on offense at the receiver position. We're too deep at every position on the offensive side of the ball right now. I expect everybody to make big plays, and this weekend you'll get a little taste of what you expect to see from us this year. So be ready to see a good show this weekend, and we're gonna put on a good show for y'all this weekend. So.
And the offense has some real playmakers. We know about Robert Griffin. When Jay Finley was healthy, we saw his ability to make plays. You mentioned the receivers who can stretch the field. It seems like you've got a good three-headed attack here, at quarterback, running back, and receiver position.
Yes, we do. Like you said, if we keep Jay Finley and Robert Griffin healthy, our offenses will be real explosive. As far as the receivers, Kendall Wright, Jared Sampson, Josh Gordon, Terrence Williams, myself, Willie Jefferson, Jared Monk, we are loaded at all the receiver positions. So we expect good things out of everybody.
And when it's clicking, it's really a fun offense to watch. Is it a fun offense to play in?
It's very fun because in our offense, everybody is involved in offense. So
Now, I'll pass it back to Coach McLeod, if you would. I want to ask you, Coach McLeod, Baylor has one of its best recruiting classes coming in. Some of them are going to play right away, some of whom aren't. I know you're a big part, recruiting is a big part of your job. A top 40 class this year, is that a testament to people are kind of seeing the program improving and it's making your job easier to recruit some of these kids to come in?
Yes, and Coach Browse, he does a great job recruiting. He's directly involved in everything we do. It's a testimony to VU and it's a testimony to the players we have. We have good guys on our team. And it's, guys want to come and play with Robert. They see the vision. They see where we're going after. Guys want to come, try to be the next Kendall Wright, make their own name for their sake. So we were blessed, to get the guys we had, and some of those guys might get a chance this season to step up and show their talent.
And we're going to take a question from out here in the audience in just a minute, but I want to ask either one of the players, what does it mean to you, and hint all of you out there who might be, might some Saturday afternoon be a little tired, have some homework, be on the fence about going to the game. What does it mean to you to have a full complement of fans there, to have a full house at the Floyd?
Well, I know they're going to be there. Yeah. That's not even a question. Everywhere we go, it's packed out. I mean, if anything, our professors should help us out, lighten that load over the weekend.
Anything like that.
I mean, like I said, we've been here 4 and 5 years, and we've never really seen it packed out, So, I mean, it does mean a lot for all the fans to be here, Baylor Nation to be there in full effect, and that it makes a difference, being that 12th man out there, it truly makes a difference, noise-wise, we have a good team, so I'm here to show you support.
Does anyone out there have a question? Maybe any quarterbacks have a question for any of their teammates out there? Want to come up and ask something? I think we have a volunteer here. Our quarterback, Robert Griffin, ladies and gentlemen.
My question is for Brad Taylor. You look like a big, strong, meaty guy. I was wondering, what makes you a playmaker and how you utilize your skills on the field?
Good question, man. Basically, I just go out there and just do what I do. Just go out there and just make plays. Whenever coach calls on me to make a play, I just go out there and just make a play. And I just use my skills and ability to my advantage.
Now, Brad, you're from Madisonville, which is not too far from Huntsville. Do you know a lot of people involved with Sam Houston State? Is there really extra added juice for you?
Yeah, actually, my mother and my uncle graduated from Sam Houston State. So,
okay.
So it's going to be kind of fun playing against their whole alma mater.
Get a chance for a little bragging rights again this weekend? That's good. And Clifton, I want to ask you, you had a big pick last year against Nebraska. You returned it for a touchdown. Last year the secondary, you mentioned more playmakers. You're one of those playmakers. Ahmad Dixon, a local product from Midway, Mike Hicks from China Spring, also in the area. What are your guys' goals as a secondary? Because each and every week in the Big 12, you go up against some, and not just in the Big 12, but in these non-conference games too, you go up against some really good quarterbacks.
Just consistency and making plays. We need to make more plays. We felt like last year we didn't make enough plays on the ball, getting fumbles, fumble recoveries, interceptions, stuff like that. And that's definitely our goal. We emphasize that during practice, and that's one thing we're going to be better at this season.
Well, very good. We're going to look forward to seeing you all out there on Saturday night against Sam Houston State. Let's hear it for everyone who's out here today. Brad Taylor, Clifton Odom, and Coach Kim McLeod, all taking their time this afternoon to talk to you, the fans, and of course we hope that you will be out there to support them, and we look forward to seeing you out there to support them this Saturday evening against Sam Houston State. Again, a reminder, we're going to be doing this every week before home games, so 6 times this year. We'll be here in the sub, Thursdays at 12:30. Going to be your chance to interact with the players, so we hope you'll come out and be a part of this each week. And this is kind of like a church service. We've got some announcements, too, that we're going to go over with you all. First of them is we hope you'll be at the Traditions Rally tonight. It's the first big Baylor Line pep rally. It's tonight at 6 o'clock out here on the mall. Going to be a pep rally. Going to hear from some different people involved with the program. Also a concert afterwards. The Casey Donahue Band is going to be performing. So maybe you've seen the big stage out there. So it's going to be a fun evening out there on the mall. Hope to see you out there, and hopefully the weather gets a little bit better. Looking ahead to game days on Saturdays, we're going to have plenty of transportation for y'all. So if you don't want to drive all the way out to Floyd Casey Stadium, you don't want to deal with the parking, before every home game, 3 hours before the game starts, transportation is going to be available right outside Pinland Hall. So before the game, anytime starting 3 hours before kickoff, so starting at 3 on Saturday, there's going to be transportation going back and forth from Pinland Hall to Floyd Casey Stadium. It'll also pick you up and take you back after the game. Now, if you're going to do that, maybe you want to show up early because 2.5 hours before game time, you can be a part of March of the Bears. And you see on TV when the teams make their dramatic entrances into the stadium, this is ours. And we want to see a big line of fans for the players to walk through. You know, a sea of green and gold for the players as they enter the stadium. And it's going to be by Snickers Touchdown Alley, which is where you're going to get dropped off. It's going to be at Snickers Touchdown Alley 2.5 hours before the home game starts. So come on out there about 3:30 on Saturday. Be a part of welcoming the team into Floyd Casey Stadium. Help get them fired up a little bit. It'll be better if they see a lot of you all out there. And then as an added bonus for students, during the home games, you're going to have the student halftime experience. And sometimes concessions can be a little expensive, right? Especially on a student budget. There's going to be some deals for you. Students only at halftime. You're going to get offered $1 bottled water, and also for $6, you can get meals from Pizza Hut and VTEX Barbecue. Now, I know most of y'all have had Pizza Hut. You like Pizza Hut? If you're new to Waco, you haven't tried VTEX Barbecue at some point. It's a local tradition, so you're going to want to try that out. Maybe get a gut pack or some pizza from Pizza Hut, and that is for $6. So you can get a meal and a bottled water for $7. Students only. That's considered $6. Thank you. $6 total. And that's considerably cheaper than if you went to the concession stands. And that's to say thanks for your students' support out there. So we hope to see you out there this Saturday. Go online, BaylorBears.com. They have all sorts of answers about questions you might have. And how many of y'all familiar with the Sick 'em Bears? Yeah. All right, we're going to send these guys off with the Sick 'em Bears. So everybody up if you would. We're going to get up. You guys too. Right hands up in the air. And hey! All right, thanks for coming out.